Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color, and I'm going to do a new moon reading for the collective. I was going to do all 12 signs, but the truth is, I just don't have the energy today. So, I kind of wanted to do a Celtic cross, but I don't think it'll fit on the screen. So, I think I'm going to do 4 cards. I generally do 3. I'll see what happens. I haven't even made up my mind yet. So please like, subscribe, share. Press the bell for notifications, and I'm available for one-on-ones. All the information is below. So this is for the new moon in Scorpio, which is coming up on the 15th. So it could very easily, today is the 11th. So this energy, new moons are a good time to begin things, right? Full moons are the good time to end things in esoteric wisdom. Getting I should do 6. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 3, and then I'm going to do 3 clarifying. That's my plan. Okay. Well, let's do that, and that. Okay, I did them toward myself. Okay, so I'm just going to show you as I went. The 9, the 3, and the 8. So you have 2 wands, which are about creativity, right? And interestingly, you have a 3. The 3, this is a wonderful card. This is Dancing in the Streets. This is what went on last week, which was really miraculous. Another 3. Okay. Now you have this, that, and this. Okay, so interesting. Out of all these cards, we only have 1 major. And the major that we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is an amazing card. So I think she came up a day or 2 ago. She's Isis. She sits between the pillars of dark and light. She understands both. She incorporates both. She is the secret keeper and the secret revealer. And she is the number 2. We also have so you have 2 2s, which is about a choice. You have 2 3s, which is about creativity. You know what it feels like? It feels like there's some sort of creative project or some sort of passion that you kind of want to be involved in or begin. And as you start moving forward, you're going to have a certain disappointment. And it's almost like you're going to try your best to keep it afloat, but then realize it's kind of like, let's say you decide you want to change something in the house, right? And you kind of know the tools that you need, let's say you want to change like a hinge thing, right? You know the tools that you need, and then you kind of get to the door or whatever you're changing, and then you realize it's like, these screws are like not long enough. I don't have the right screwdriver. Um, like the idea is solid, but I don't really have the right tools. So I'm going to either have to, so you're going to be like, oh, really? And then you have to, go out and get the right tools or borrow the right tools or figure out another way to do what you need to get done. And as so I dye clothes and I paint with dye, right? These are dye, right? This, and I've been doing it a long time. And when I first started doing it, I'm self-taught. So when I first started doing it, um, it's like I had the information of where to get the tools, right? And then I hate following rules. I really hate it. So I sort of like did my own thing. And I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. Um, and as time went on, I got better and better and better and better. And I started making less mistakes. And not only that, but I gained knowledge. There's a lot of knowledge gained. And I feel like your plan or your idea or your ideal or your passion is like it makes sense, um, but you might run into a few hurdles which are actually blessings. They're actually blessings. It's going to feel like ugh, they're actually blessings. Maybe at the hardware store you'll meet somebody who can help you with it, or maybe at the hardware store, so to speak, they'll say, oh, you could do it this way too. I'm like, oh, never thought of that. Or maybe you'll see something on the way to the hardware store, right? So I think that'll work. I feel like that's the energy. Yeah. It's almost like there's an old balance will be restored. I feel like you've been sitting on this for a long time and you're sort of like, oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And then finally, when you are ready, it's like, oh, mm. And it's easy to like let the wind out of your sails and go, oh, I think I'm just going to go back to bed. Oh, I had an idea and it didn't work out. What I'm saying is, get that courage up, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. If it's your anger that propels you forward, that's fine. If it's your fear that propels you forward, that's fine. If it's your tenacity that propels you forward, that's fine. If it's I'm going to show you, fine. Whatever it is, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be. Um, it's Scorpio season, so it's almost like you're going to need a big fire to make this happen. And sometimes the biggest fire that we have is like a negative fire, right? And if that's the thing that propels you to move forward, honestly, a lot of the things in my life that I've excelled at and that have really served me were propelled by that. Nothing like fire to, really, it's like a slow, steady motor. Like that, like that. And, maybe there'll be something revealed that feels uncomfortable, that maybe breaks your heart a little bit. That, you know, makes you feel defensive. So I'm not saying don't feel it. I'm saying feel it and use it. Use it. Lasso that horse. Lasso that wild horse, right? And bring it under control. Okay? And it might take time to bring it under control, but once you bring it under control, you've got the fastest and the most beautiful, of course, horse that you know you're going to be able to like um, conform to your will. Interesting, very interesting, very Scorpio, very Scorpio. It's like, oh, what are we going to find in the dark? Let me get into it. Let me go deep, deep, deep into this and really understand what it is that is fueling this anger or this resentment or this rage. Let me get a hold of it. First, let me acknowledge it. Let me feel it. It's all a process. Acknowledge it, feel it, utilize it. Utilize it. It didn't come up to paralyze you. It came up to embolden you. Blessings. And, you know, enjoy the fall. And don't pay attention to the drama outside of you. You got plenty going on the inside of you. That's what you need to be paying attention to. You know, you are the master of your own destiny. You are the master of your own destiny. So find the fuel, right? No one's going to feed you. You have to feed you. You understand? I think you do. You know, I'm doing this reading myself too. So, you know, if you see me tomorrow and like everything's on fire in back of me, that's the way it was supposed to be. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, comment. If you want a one-on-one, I'm available. And see you soon. Blessings.